Anasuya, you're enabling you're enabling women that are currently economically inactive onto this digital platform that you provide for them. So I don't think it could be more business. What happens with you?
I actually nowadays I'm not so much focusing my business on LinkedIn.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm doing advertising mostly on different platforms. There's so many other social media platforms, and nowadays LinkedIn is for me like mostly for top person. Also sometimes I feel like to motivate women who really like to come out to find out the ideas. So I have been seeing many women, they are contacting me in regards to that, and mostly on because of the social Me Too, and even the man, the way they were approaching before, they have stopped doing it.
Really?
It's a good thing. Yeah,
I can't
it's
believe
good thing.
this.
Yeah, that's what actually I wanted to talk about it. It's a very good testimony from my side. It's like they have stopped doing it before because of the business. They come way in a different way and they approach me in different way, and they try to I got tired of talking about all these things, but still, what to do? These are some situations, mostly. But I'm very unfortunately, I'm saying mostly it is very in this platform I am talking about, but I am saying 80% of the mainstream Indian man, they are really, seriously, I'm telling you, I'm an Indian, I know, but mostly they are the one, girls are victimized, and I have been getting the information mostly from my state, and also today you would talk about in the post about Malaysia and all, those Bhutan and Nepal, those girls, I used to post all these things. There's one girl, she suddenly come, okay, can I post all these things in my, I said, yeah, well, you can do it. One Nepali girl, okay, she's from Nepal. So Nepal is like, they are quite familiar with Northeast people of India. So because I am from Northeast, so she asked me, like, how is it really working good? I said, yes, you come sometimes, and maybe if you are available, you can tell me, then I can connect you to those people. So see, they have also so many stories, but they are afraid of talking about it, to come out and talk in the platform. And LinkedIn is a very professional network. Very hardly you can see some people there behaving like that, but mostly it has become regular now. So many people are facing it because the social media, networking is little become vulnerable for women. They are like, they have what you can say, it's like they took it as granted or something, I don't know. They just simply, they said, give me your WhatsApp number, I'm sharing you with a good flower, or like, all this kind of things. So I think this one, Yamila, she did not join it today, right? Doctor, that she's the ambassador.
No, she's got a fever.
Okay, she has a lot of stories. She shared
I know.
me.
Yeah.
So it was a very bad situations, but still we have to work out. I think we have to keep positive going on, and if we stand together, we'll talk it about, definitely one day it will get stopped. I believe in this.
I'm so pleased that you've had the experience you have. So we'll talk about other platforms in a moment. Gregory, do you just want to dive in on what you've heard so far?
So yeah, two very contrasting stories, right? You've got one where they're trying to turn social media platforms, including LinkedIn, into like a prostitution ring where you're actually accessing money for sex. It's crazy, right? That just blows my mind. But I'm very pleased to hear that, having this, social Me Too movement and tag and conversation is actually helping to at least change the outward behavior of, certain men, so that, and that's our goal. Like you said, we're not going to change probably how people really think or act, but if we can keep them from doing those behaviors, at least here and maybe across social media platforms, and improve that situation, I think that's a win. I'm excited about that.
So, yeah, Gregory, this thing about being asked for sex is, like you said, it blows my mind. But I've been reading, so the last couple of books I've read, in fact, actually, ladies watching or women watching, I would recommend this book, The Mother of Invention, because basically it explains how the patriarchy and male ego hold back innovation to an horrific degree. Basically, after Mercedes-Benz built the first car, it was his wife that actually test drove it without his permission and figured out all these kinks that then solved problems he would have had, went on to make the car successful. There was a healthy market in electric vehicles at the turn of the century, not this century, sorry, last century. But electric vehicles being quiet and being, you know, just smoothly gliding around, they were for the ladies. In fact, they made these cars with vase holders, and, you know, it was like a living room. And the men, because basically they had to crank the car with a thing, with a turn to start the engine, and the guy who invented the electric vehicles that were for the women, his friend had broken his jaw because he was flying the crankshaft round. It hit up and tore his bottom jaw off. And it says in this book that you go, listen, if we had not gone for this whole macho, big machine, that we would be 100 years further advanced in electric vehicles. In fact, it's probably fair to say that we wouldn't be facing the problems we face in the world on many fronts. So, Olivia, how do you tell if it's the same person?
Okay, from my side, Jonathan, usually I can pick up on the way they walk or type, for example, because it's sort of, people are set in a habit already of the way they type or the way they speak, for example. So you will know, you'll pick it up if it's someone that's on, for example, WhatsApp or Instagram or Facebook, and you can actually pick up it's the same person because of the way they type, or if they're even using a different profile. So you already know, so I can pick it up in that way. So they type the same, like maybe use the same phrasing, or they bring up the same kind of topics, for example, or the conversation will sort of flow in the same way because they're so used to doing what they do that it's already a habit, so to speak. So they don't have to think about it, it automatically just happens. So in that way, you can actually pick it up.
So basically, it's a numbers game.
Correct.
I was thinking about this as well throughout this conversation a little bit, is that, yes, and I've said this before, it just seems a numbers game. I think a lot of men think they just, you know, 100 no's is going to equal 1 yes somewhere along